Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the Hochman. Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the show. Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the show. Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the show. Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the show.
For all you streamers that can hear us, can the streamers hear us?
Yes.
For all the streamers, this is just a little inside joke for all of you watching on YouTube, because the people on the radio, they can't hear us yet. Solana asked Crowder, are you doing the show outside?
Put a couch, a picture, and a lamp.
A plugged-in lamp.
I'm on the pool deck.
This is the guy you're taking draft analysis from. Solana asked Crowder right before we went on the air, are you outside?
I don't know how much analysis anybody was getting from me on Caden Proctor yesterday.
I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong because it sounds so sweet. You spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
Oh, we got a lot to get to on the show today. A Friday. I guess we can call it a football Friday because we're going to be talking football all day. Not on the field stuff, but certainly football stuff. May I begin with, and I lamented for several hours this morning. I always figure out how am I going to start the show? What am I going to say first? And I finally came up with the Proctor is in.
We could work it out. You should have texted that first.
You didn't like that? The Proctor is in.
It's okay.
You know, like the doctor is in.
We get it.
Right.
And his name is Proctor. So I go, the Proctor is in.
Oh, there you go.
And that is our draft analysis today. How about the Marlins?
He's a damn tackle. It's not
So,
sexy.
And by the way, his nickname, Caden Proctor's nickname is Crispy because he loves Krispy Kreme donuts. I
heard
that.
he has a weight problem.
But you want that out of your offensive lineman.
You want a weight problem?
Yes. You want an offensive lineman who loves Krispy Kreme.
They have to have a little weight on them. I just gotta, make sure he can still move around.
Do you want an offensive lineman whose nickname Bugs because he likes carrots like Bugs Bunny? Or do you want an offensive lineman whose nickname is Crispy because he likes Krispy Kreme and Rice Krispie treats? That's from his own mouth, by the way. I think it was the SEC Network tweeted that out. It was like they were interviewing Alabama kids, and he was like, yeah, my nickname's Crispy because I like Krispy Kreme and Rice Krispie treats. Like, you kind of want that, don't you?
Over Bugs, yes. I don't want Bugs. I don't want a carrot-eating offensive lineman. I want a Krispy Kreme donut-eating offensive lineman.
Exactly.
Yes, you're correct.
So if you're just joining us, the Proctor is in.
There we go.
So John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley, their era with the Miami Dolphins is officially underway. And they do go offensive line with the number 12 selection and then cornerback later in the first round, which is what you wanted. Obviously, the doctor was selected. Mansour Delane was selected before the Dolphins chose. They did not select Ruben Bain, even though he was available. And
that was surprising.
I know that Dolphins fans and myself included were very disappointed. I was hoping Bain was going to be there at 11 and then 12 when it became 12. And he was there. They didn't take him. I wonder if they will be linked for the entirities of their careers the way that Tua and Justin Herbert were. Different positions, so it's hard to, really compare them. But if Ruben Bain is an all-pro like we expect him to be, and Caden Proctor isn't, that's going to be someone who's linked in his, NFL legacy forever.
Yeah, I think locally we're going to do it because Ruben Bain's a Miami guy, Miami Hurricane, and could have been a Miami Dolphin. So we'll talk about it. I don't think it'll be like a national story like Tua Herbert was.
Yeah, correct. Locally, for sure.
Yeah.
Though.
I'm going to talk about it forever. And I had to ask you this too. I thought about this. Will you be mad because I'm a Bucs fan? Being in Tampa, Randy playing for the Bucs. Can I get a Ruben Bain Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey and nobody will give me grief?
Yep, absolutely.
Because I'm going to order one immediately.
Yeah, it's a fun team, that Bucs team before Ruben Bain was there, and now I'm rooting for the guy. How could you not root for the guy? Did you see his draft video of the conversation from the GM and then Coach Bowles? And he couldn't contain himself.
His family's very serious.
He's scary serious.
Yeah, you talking about somebody upset. He was upset getting drafted in the first round. So you got to let me be upset getting drafted in the third round because Bain didn't smile once that entire walk around hugging his family, and they all had the same brown suit on.
Not necessarily certain you came out with the same bona fides as Ruben Bain, though.
I had bona fides.
What'd you think, Solana? You guys were doing the draft show, you and Tobin. What was the initial reaction? I'm assuming you thought that you were going to hear Ruben Bain's name, and then you hear Caden Proctor, and your thoughts were?
The whole thing was weird. I thought it was going to be between Maui Noah, Caleb Downs, and Ruben Bain. Once Spencer Fano went 9, I said, oh my God.
I think Pizzola nailed that, right? Didn't he say Fano would be the first offensive lineman taken?
Yes.
That was plus 900. Pizzola was on with us yesterday, and he's like, here's a flyer for you. Fano is the first offensive lineman taken, and he was. That was a big ticket if you played it.
Once that happens, I said, oh my God. Like 2 of the 3 Miami guys, the 2 Miami guys or Caleb Downs are going to be there for the Dolphins at 11. Like, it's happening. And then Maui Noah goes 10. And Tobin and I are like, let's go, man. Like, okay, not Maui Noah, but Ruben Bain. We all wanted Ruben Bain. Tobin and I are talking about lighting up cigarettes to celebrate. And then all of a sudden, here comes the trade. You're like, oh no. Oh, well, like, what? Oh, okay, all right. You got some more draft picks. Caleb Downs. Okay, fine. It's Ruben Bain. So, we're just jacked up. And the weirdest thing happened. Because now the Dolphins are on the clock. They've tweeted they made a trade. They tweeted they're on the clock. And then all of a sudden you get the reports that Ty Simpson's being drafted by the Rams. You're like, wait, hold on a second. How are the Rams drafting already? How does everybody know what their pick is? And we don't know who the Dolphins, who are selecting before them. It was very surprising. And I think it was a letdown because it wasn't Ruben Bain. But that's probably our own fault for just believing that the Dolphins were going to go get the Miami guy. They didn't, like Crowder said, it wasn't the sexy pick. And we'll see. I'm not going to rip Sully and Halfley. Clearly they believe in this guy based on everything that they said. But yeah, it was a bit of a letdown in the moment because we thought we had our guy, the guy all of us wanted, and he was there for the taking, and you took an offensive lineman instead.
It's happened before to the Dolphins. It's happened to every team. Every team thought somebody was a surefire pick. I will say, as much as I wanted Ruben Bain on the team and as much as I've enjoyed watching him play at the University of Miami, we have complained about lack of protection for our quarterbacks for as long as we've been doing the show. And I listened to you and Tobin last night, and I think you had said, and someone had put on the chat that you did a great job last night. You did. I think you had said last night, they kind of told you this is what their approach was going to be. While we all wanted them to take Ruben Bain and thought, hey, if he's there, they will, they did kind of tell you what their strategy is. And, if we'll talk about it today, but the notion that you have protection for the quarterback, if it's going to be Malik Willis for the long term or someone else, the notion that you have someone who can create holes for Devon Achane. And, we all saw the screen pass, too. The notion that you can run a screen with Proctor at the goal line. I don't know. It can't be super shocking, even though we were expecting either a corner or Bain if he was available. It can't be super shocking that these Green Bay guys, who are our guys, went offensive line.
And you're never going to be jacked up about offensive linemen because, Hawk, I watched the screen pass. Like, yeah, he went out there and plastered this little D3 safety that was coming around the corner. But the thought that, and kind of like what Solana's saying, does the Cowboys have to draft guys out of Texas? The Rams have to draft guys from USC? Like, we get attached to people, but we can't just say this is what you need to do. You have to trust the GMs to say that, oh, he's from Miami, went to Miami, now he has to play in Miami. It's kind of silly on our side, to be honest.
Yeah, and I've watched the highlight reels of Caden Proctor. He looks badass. And I'm hoping that they nailed it. The cornerback looks good as well. We'll get to some of the draft grades. Gino Torretta is going to join us this hour. Gino has called a bunch of Alabama games, so he's intimately familiar with Caden Proctor, and so he'll be able to give us a little bit of insight on him.
So the call, the Dolphins social team posts the call, and it's Sully congratulating him. He hands the phone to Hafley, hands the phone to Stephen Ross. The Stephen Ross conversation was hilarious. But what Hafley said to him was, just like we talked about in our office last week, man, you fit the way we want to play. Be tough, be mean, be gritty. That's verbatim what he told Caden Proctor. And Hawk, going back to my point last night, when you finally get away from the Ruben Bain stuff for a second, they've been adamant since they took the podium. The boring conversations, unlike Mike McDaniel, we want to build from the inside. We want mean guys. We want big guys. We want tough guys. We want to run through everybody's mouth. And they took a guy that aligns with that vision. Is it the right guy? I don't know. And going back to your conversation of, will we constantly be reflecting on this draft and looking at Ruben Bain? Sure. But I think it's a little bit deeper than that. You had Caleb Downs, an alleged elite safety. You had him there for the taking. And if those picks you use later on don't hit that you took from the Cowboys to allow them to take them, I think Dolphins fans will remember that. And there were 4 offensive linemen taken after Caden Proctor. The Dolphins, it feels like, may have reached for him. I'm not crushing the pick. I'm just telling you, your first ever selection as general manager of an organization, these types of conversations will be had over the next couple of years if Caden Proctor eats too many Krispy Kreme donuts.
I hope he does. What I want out of him. I saw this guy taking out 2 defensive linemen at a clip. Eat more. We'll take out 3.
No, Hawk, don't encourage him to eat more. Just stay good.
Let's do headlines so we have enough time with Gino Torretta, the Heisman Trophy winner. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
We do have a bunch of sound, Hafley sound. We have Caden Proctor sound. We even have Chris Johnson sound as well, the Dolphins' second pick that they traded up for. But we'll get to that coming up later on in the show. I'm just going to read through some of the other headlines happening in the sports world. I'll start with the NBA. The Knicks lose again yesterday to the Atlanta Hawks by 1 point, and it was CJ McCollum, our guy, CJ McCollum with the go-ahead bucket.
Yep.
I live bet the Knicks when they were down like 10 or 11. I live bet them plus 5.5. So that was a nice little, I was on a heater up until I live bet the Nuggets using the same strategy.
Yeah. They didn't fly back.
The Raptors blew out the Cavaliers yesterday. And then how about the Minnesota Timberwolves, Hawk? I told you, my
nailed
sleeper it. Team. I think the series is far from over, but they blew out Denver yesterday in Minnesota.
Even Denver even tried to get it going. They were just down too far at the beginning, never were able to get it in gear.
Yeah. No Aaron Gordon in that game, which, that'll be a big deciding factor of how the series plays out. Your local
Do we know if Wemby's playing tonight?
I don't believe he is. I don't believe he is. I'll double check that, but I haven't seen that he's available. Your local headlines: the Marlins do open up that West Coast road trip. They play 3 against the Giants. It is a sandy night. First pitch will be at 10:15, and the game will be heard here on FM 104.3 WQAM.
That's right.
Yeah. Inter Miami will look for their first win at new stadium. They've played 2 matches. They drew both matches. They're coming off 2 wins. They'll play tomorrow. They host the New England Revolution at 7:30 p.m. at new stadium. And some of the other draft notes, no surprise, Fernando Mendoza does go number 1 overall. And then Jeremiah Love, Crowder, ends up going to the Cardinals, to the Arizona Cardinals. I was a little bit surprised about that. To me, I thought that was just like smokescreen stuff, but they end up going with the running back at number 3.
Yeah, I think that they were comparing to Bijan Robinson. I don't believe that yet, but Jeremiah Love is a very talented young man.
How about Ty Simpson going 13?
Do you see the McVay video that's going viral?
I mean, there's so many of them. I don't normally buy into that stuff where they go, oh, the coach wasn't on board. He wasn't happy. Like, I'm always like, people want to create that. Sean McVay is not happy with that pick. There is no 2 ways about it.
I don't know if I had any insight on this, but around pick 5, I'm sitting with Dan Orlovsky and Mina Kimes and the Inside NFL people, whatever it's called, and Dan gets up and just leaves, and he disappears. And then 5 picks later, Ty Simpson goes. So I didn't put it together until it happened, but I was like, damn, they might have known something.
He was high-fiving everybody on the panel. I mean, he's all in on Ty Simpson.
Yeah. And that's a good spot for him. I don't know what the hell the Rams are doing. Like, I don't understand that, but that really is a good spot for him to get to get groomed by McVay and Stafford for a season. Like,
I mean, they're getting ready for the future without Matt Stafford, which makes sense. I'm guessing Sean McVay is more of in a win now mode, and future be damned, and I can see where that would cause a little bit of a schism.
A great roster with a real offensive guru, not our Mike McDaniel offensive guru, a real Super Bowl winning guru. He is in an amazing place.
And then the Chiefs traded up for the doctor, Hawk. I'm sorry. The doctor is in Kansas. He will be in Kansas City, Mansour Delane. They trade up for him, so clearly
he was in Missouri, right? Isn't Kansas City in Missouri?
Yeah.
Well,
Missouri.
Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri. It's all one city divided by a state line. It depends where you are.
Fair. I just don't think a lot of people call the Kansas City Chiefs Kansas City, Kansas.
It's not.
It's right
Regardless,
there.
I'm splitting hairs. Imagine a team with the doctor and Justin Fields. Imagine no longer you've got it in the Kansas City Chiefs.
Huh?
Isn't he their backup?
Wait, what'd you say?
Didn't Justin Fields go to KC?
Did he?
Thought he did.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
He
and
did. I
Mahomes
forgot
isn't going
about
to start the season. You've got a 1-2 punch on offense and defense there that is
1-2
unparalleled.
It was just like nobody had that take. Like, what? I just like, what?
It was me and DJ were goofing about it on the phone this
I was
morning.
confused.
Yeah.
The doctor and Justin Fields.
I mean, that's a 1-2 punch like Boozy and Vooch.
That's foolishness.
So Spags trades up to take our guy, Mansour Delane. But that was it. No other big surprises. Unless you guys were surprised that the Dolphins traded up to 27. I don't know if either of you have like strong feelings about what they did there. Some people were claiming that Chris Johnson would have been available in the second round. I don't know that to be true. That's just I saw some people.
I don't think they could have left the first round without a cornerback, though.
Yeah. And I like the little piggle wiggle, the little 11 to 12, the little 30 to 27. I like the little, I like movement. I just like to know that our GM is on the phone talking and moving around, having conversations.
And they ended up with more picks too, right? Because they moved back to 12.
They have 11 more picks.
Yep.
I like it. I like a little gambling on things.
Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft are today. And then the draft will continue, obviously, without Mike Vrabel. But that's a different conversation for, I guess, another day. Your weather in South Florida right now.
People have been sending out memes of like him and Diana Rossini, like at Muhammad Ali, the Thriller in Manila, like, pictures from 80 years ago. And like here, Rabel and Diana Rossini were there, were spotted there as well.
I saw one with the Olympics when the guys put their fist up and they're standing on the side.
I saw them on the side of the street watching the OJ chase go by.
The Patriots posted a video yesterday. Like, look at our war room. It's some guy, I don't know who it is, of New England, showing like an MTV Cribs style review of their entire war room. And the comments, the replies on social media are just effing gold, man.
Yeah.
Like, somebody photoshopped a giant love seat right in the middle of the war room. He held like an impromptu press conference yesterday before the draft, but again, like, didn't say anything. Just
What
talked
do you
about
want to say.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, then what's the point? Like,
Because everyone needs him to say something. But what is he going to say? I still am of the opinion he has to be thinking to himself, I cannot believe everyone's cheating on their spouse, and I'm doing press conferences after press conferences after it. Like, what world am I living in that I cheated on my wife, and now people are talking about me as if like I've done something illegal, and he has to be going, what is going on here?
If I was him, I'd start snitching, telling on everybody. What about him? What about him? What about him?
As long as you guys are very interested in pictures, I've got a packet for each of you.
We got a tackle. You know, offensive tackle.
Well, the Proctor era has begun, gentlemen.
Proctor is in.
Hey.
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 80 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 70s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right, Gino Torretta is going to join us in the next segment. Just because you're getting older, you don't have to feel like it. If your energy's lower, your sleep is off, you feel like your weight won't budge, you got brain fog, your sex drive isn't what it used to be, suggesting Atlantic Men's Clinic. Again, maybe your game's just not what it used to be. You have less energy and less drive, not feeling like yourself. You deserve to feel your best. It's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed those pounds and have more energy and improve your sleep and your sex drive and so much more, helping you get back to feeling your best. Atlantic Men's Clinic really are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They have successfully treated many men for low T, including me. You're going to notice the difference. If you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you're going to feel your energy start to return and the brain fog go away and your sleep improve and your workouts improve and your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So don't wait. Don't wait. Most men wait a year longer. Don't wait. Don't ignore the warning signs. Call today. Take that first step towards feeling better again. Atlantic Men's Clinic has 7 locations in South Florida. So call them and set an appointment. 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
You're not a cheese guy?
Depends. On what?
Got what you
Hey, Gino, you got me?
I do.
Cool. You sound good. I can't see you, but my guess is you're just not in the camera, right?
Oh, now am I?
There we go. Yeah, perfect. Cool. It's just testing. All right, we'll be back in like 2 minutes here.
All right.
Thank you.
Gino Torretta is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Guy won a Heisman Trophy, so he knows a thing or two about college football. Probably more than most on this show. Maybe a little bit more than me. Certainly more than Crowder.
Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short, Hawk.
I was in the Heisman race.
Yeah.
Preseason.
Gino Torretta.
Hey, Channing, I got to tell a story. So you said that. So my rookie year, there's always a prank on the rookies that the team, try to do. So the Vikings had set up a camera behind a butcher shop in a grocery store. And they told all the rookies for Thanksgiving, just go in there, tell them you play for the Vikings, and they'll give you a free turkey for turkey dinner, right? So Sean Jones, who played quarterback at Georgia Tech, but then he came to Minnesota. He was like a DB safety. He was a great athlete, right? And so the butcher is like baiting all these rookies. Now, I didn't go for a free turkey, and so Sean goes in there, and the butcher's like, he goes, so you're a rookie. Oh, where are you from? Georgia Tech. He goes, you must have been pretty good in college. And he goes, Yeah, I was up for the Heisman. So they play this video to our whole team, and I mean, you know the veterans. The veterans never. I mean, that was like the saying the rest of the season. It was like, "Hey, were you any good in college?" Yeah, I was up for the Heisman.
That's a good prank.
That's a good one.
That's a really good prank.
Good
Well,
memories.
Gino's got touchdown radio, so he does college football games every week during the season. He's seen, I think he had several Alabama games. What do you know of Caden Proctor? What should Dolphins fans think about the newest member of the Miami Dolphins?
Well, I would think what you saw in the Super Bowl with the Patriots, you're not going to see with Caden Proctor. What I mean by that was, I remember watching Will Campbell at LSU, and I'm like, okay, big, tall dude. Thought he was light in the rear end. He was tall and lean. Proctor, you can't teach size. Like, it's just not possible. Like, you look at Markel Bell at Miami. I mean, the guy's 6'6 plus 350. He is enormous. He is not only enormous, they lined him up at wideout. They lined him up at fullback. He was like the Wildcat quarterback on a few plays, and he literally took the snap and just ran the ball. So he's that kind of athlete. I'm not going to say he's as good an athlete as Warren Sapp, but he's a lot bigger. He's like I said, 6'6", 350. And, Channing played against Ogden and those guys. I mean, Tony Baselli, dude, when you're 6'6", 6'7", you can't teach that. And if you can move your feet at all and you're playing tackle, it's just a longer point to get around them to get to the quarterback. So I think that, be interesting to see where they put him. I know they, basically have three pretty good tackles right now with him. So, I would say he's starting somewhere on day one.
And Gino, did you like there's action and movement? We went from 11 to 12, 30 to 27. I kind of like it because it just tells me my GM is on the phone. He's doing something. I don't know if he's being successful, if it's action or if it's movement, but I just like to see that there's something going on throughout the first day of the draft.
I was curious watching. Like, I couldn't tell if teams were doing that because remember they cut it. It used to be 10 minutes. Well, it was 15 minutes, I think, when I came out of college. And now it's down to 8. Yeah. I think some of those dudes, like, they're so afraid of making that pick, whatever it is. They're like, because I saw a lot of – I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw a lot where it was a team would just move down one pick, team move up a pick, and it was almost kind of like they were just kind of swapping. Okay, we know that, it was almost like, hey, Channing, who are you going to take? I have the pick in front of you. You tell me, and then that's not the guy I want, so I'll just let you move up one and we'll switch. So then I get more than 8 minutes on the clock. I don't know if that's true or not, but it seemed to me like the teams were more amenable to swapping to I think give themselves a little bit more time to pick because it doesn't seem like. I mean, and listen, there are other picks, a corner. Man, to have only two corners go in the first round, I didn't think that was I mean, normally. Those are the guys that are going early are safeties, corners, guys with size on defense. And I was kind of shocked only 2 went in the first round.
Gino, I know you said you can't teach size, and I'm with you, but every Dolphins fan heard what Nick Saban said about Caden Proctor yesterday, where he talked about him showing up to the facility when he was still the coach at Alabama. He was overweight. He was 400 pounds. So I think a lot of Dolphins fans were a little concerned about that being what Saban talked about. Is that concerning to you? The fact that there are some I guess I'm going to call them character questions about his commitment to staying in shape?
Well, I would say that's a concern with everybody. I think it's probably more of a concern in today's game because, when I played, it was, hey, now you were getting paid to play a game, but these kids have already been getting paid to play a game, and some of them might be taking a pay cut to move on to the NFL. So I would, you hope that there's somebody there either to mentor him or, listen, I played with plenty of guys that were multi-talented in high school and didn't have their head screwed on straight and didn't figure it out in college. There's a bunch of guys very talented, but they play in college because they're very, unbelievably talented, heads not screwed on straight. It's not lasting in the NFL. And so I would say that, yeah, I think one, that would be a concern, but I also think heat and humidity down here a pretty good recipe for getting your fat ass not a fat ass anymore. I don't care if you want to or not. He's gonna lose weight in 2 days practice and that, and I think that hopefully those questions. I think everybody goes into a league when they bring up the questions. Oh, this kid isn't doing this, or this kid he doesn't have this. That gives you a little bit of incentive to work on that, and hopefully that Proctor does that, because man, at 350 or 375, whatever he's going to play at, I don't know if he could play at 375 in this heat and humidity. I think we saw what Notre Dame did in that start of the year, so you'd just be dying early.
Gino, there's a heat, humidity, but there's also prime Italian and Tootsies. So it's offsetting, Gino.
So let me see. Is Channing, has he applied for the mentorship job? Because can we please call the Dolphins and not let Channing be Proctor's mentor while he's on the team?
His nickname is Crispy. His nickname is Crispy because he likes Krispy Kreme. He said that on some SEC.
Well, I'll tell you what, he better stay away from him if he's worried about.
I want my offensive linemen to be at Krispy Kreme twice a day.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah,
people don't realize how much those guys eat just to keep their weight in season. Like my rookie year, my roommate was a guard from Penn State. We'd go out to dinner. It was 2 entrees and 2 appetizers every meal. And that was just to keep him, I think he was like 320, and these guys, they have to eat a ton. I just hope that he's not doing a Krispy Kreme. I mean, crispy, I was hoping that was just crispy and some fried chicken and we're good, but the Krispy Kreme,
that was Krispy Kreme and Rice
empty
Krispie
calories. But you can't teach size. And I'm going to say, you getting off a bus at 6'6" and 350 to 370. Everybody, and I don't care what level of football is, are going, damn, that dude is big. Yeah.
It's not sexy, but are they building it the right way? Because they talked about the physicality and the grittiness and all that pre-draft. Then they go get a guy like this. And the trenches aren't cute. Proctor's not a cute draft, a sexy draft pick. But are they building this team the right way? Because everybody's saying Green Bay South. And Green Bay's not that bad right now. I think their team is built very well.
I would, I think they had a lot of holes. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, for the last 25 years, we're talking about the multitude of holes that the team has in the draft. And then, listen, the fans will complain, oh, my God, we're taking a guard again. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been down here 35 years, and it seems like it's the same thing every year. If the Dolphins took a first-round offensive lineman, everybody's complaining down here. I would say this. I think that you need your first 3-round picks to be the core of your team, and that means we need to have an interview in 5 years, and there's 20 guys that are drafted in the next 5 years that are, you're extending the guys that were rookies and you're keeping those players. I hope that they've learned from some of the stuff they've done. I mean, I can just go from Miami guys. I mean, Vernon, Olivier, guys that were drafted later, they were first round talents drafted later. I know with Olivier, and I'm like, why wouldn't they? I thought they had chances to extend guys in year 3 and take them to year 6, and then you got that core. And that's what I would hope that the Dolphins would do, is if you get a player, you're like, okay, I know what I got. Now I'm going to extend this guy early, maybe overpay him when he's in year 3, and then you got him to year 6 or 7. And I think that when they can make that the core of the team, they're building it the right way, because I think there's been a lot of mistakes over the years. I mean, just with Tua's contract, I mean, let's go back. No matter if Tua's player of the year or not, why would you, if you had the opportunity to make him play at a 5th-year option at a certain number, why give him that extension? I'm like, okay, you know what? At quarterback, if you hope the guy's not going to be injured, you make him play in a 5th year. If he balls out again, okay, great. He gets $300 million, whatever it is. You really don't care. You're going to pay the guy $50 to $60 million. but they extended him and then he got hurt again, and then they're stuck with $100 million in dead money. And I would say that's a mistake.
You like Caden Proctor, you think it's a good draft choice, and you say you can't teach size, which is true,
Yep.
and you come from a program like Alabama. I always feel like that's a step up from other
100%.
schools. I think University of Miami is probably in that category as well. The big question for Miami fans, who are also fans of the Hurricanes, is Ruben Bain was available at 12 when you ended up picking, and you bypassed him. And a lot of people thought, hey, Bain, keep him in Miami. We've seen what he can do watching Hurricanes games. He's a game changer. And so a lot of Dolphins fans are disappointed that they went offensive line when Ruben Bain was sitting right there.
Well, I would say this. I mean, the Dolphins could have taken Jerome Brown in '86, and he was the best player in probably the draft, and they didn't. There's a whole number of Miami Hurricanes that could have been drafted by the Dolphins that turned out to be damn good football players that the Dolphins didn't take. I would have to assume, since that they took a guy from Penn State a couple years ago, that wasn't the need, like the more immediate need, and they needed offensive linemen, and that's I don't think it's. Listen, you're drafting the first round. I don't think it's a slight to Ruben that they think their guy is maybe a better player. I think it's just they needed a guard more than they needed a defensive tackle / defensive end, and I think that's what they, that's why they went that way. That's what I would guess. They felt probably a little bit more secure in the defensive line than the offensive line.
Gino, is it silly that we always do this? Like, the Falcons don't have to draft Georgia Tech guys. The Cowboys don't have to draft Texas guys. The Titans don't have to draft Tennessee guys. Is it silly that fan bases try to get guys that they know over the team needs and all of that stuff? Because I think everybody does it. I
think every team does. Like, I played for the Lions, and it was like, our free agent signees were from like Wayne State. I'm like, where the hell is Wayne State? And I'm like, they even have a football program? And it's like right in Detroit. And that's what, you know what I mean? Or they would take Notre Dame guys. They would take guys that their kind of fan bases. I mean, hell, in Oakland, the Raiders, Al Davis used to love taking local guys that were in and around the Bay Area. I think most programs, most NFL teams do try to take, the local guys or give them an edge. I just, my guess is they felt good with their defensive line, or better than they did with their offensive line, and didn't take Bain. I mean, it sucks because the kid's been, he's been successful at every level, high school, and is successful and turn the Hurricanes around. And it would have been great for him to do it. And continue doing it right here in Miami. But I mean, heck, he's just going right up the road. There's a defensive tackle in the Hall of Fame by the name of Warren Sapp that he had a pretty good career just going up the road a few hours.
I am going to have a Bain Jr. Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey. I'm going to order it tonight because I love Ruben Bain. But is it almost goofy to do that? Like, you have a pool of players around an entire nation, 50 states, and you're trying to get guys that are right in your area because the fan base knows them. It seems like it's counterintuitive almost.
Well, I would say this. I would hope that between the Bucs and the Dolphins, like, being able to see guys play, because as well as I do, the coaches aren't watching college games. But if you're in the office and there's TVs on, and it's the Hurricane game or Florida State or Florida, coaches would have seen and picked up, just from ambient noise, driving around listening to radio. Oh, Bain's having a great year, and you see it, you watch it, you get to see more of the local kids. So I would hope that would give you the edge where the coach would say, "Hey, man, this kid's having a pretty good season," and maybe that helps the scout to keep that guy home. I just think that it's a lot more opportunities, like, the quarterback for Alabama. I mean, he started 15 games, and they're like, oh, there's never been an instant of this. I go, I'll give you one. Mark Sanchez, he started 16 games at USC, came in, lit the world on fire with the Jets, and then sucked. So yes, it has happened. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't, with a quarterback you can't beat experience. The kid really doesn't have experience. Now, how much experience is he going to get sitting behind Stafford? You don't get better sitting on the bench when you're playing quarterback. I don't know. I think you can learn a scheme over a couple of years, but you don't get better as a quarterback. And only that 13 starts, I don't think is enough to be, at least what I saw, to be drafted that high.
Gino Torretta, Heisman Trophy winner. Letter grade for Caden Proctor as an NFL offensive lineman. He will be
solid. He's multi-talented. He's a good athlete. I would make sure that Solana's concerns are passed along, and hopefully I'm sure they'll have somebody on his rear end with, probably
but 3
right into
years
his
from
contract.
now, 5 years from now, we will say that was an A+ pick, a B. Like, where do you think he's going to end up?
I hope he's A. I hope you would see somebody like Penny Sewell or one of those guys where he's just been dominant wherever you put him in. He's got the size, he's got the physical talent. I think it's just, okay, is he going to have his head screwed on straight down here and not going to the places Channing was mentioning? And I'm curious with the other kid too, Hawk, where you were like, all right, talk about the draft. DB, San Diego State, good size. He's got great speed. I mean, he's 4.4 flat straight at the combine, which that's a slow turf. The only thing, his reps are not against Malachi Toney. His reps are not against the Lemon out at USC. His reps are against non-power 5. Now Sauce with the Jets has done pretty good. At 6 foot, he looks the part. The stuff that I've watched on him and seen before the draft, he doesn't shy away. Like, he's not a soft corner. Like, he'll come up and hit, which, I mean, not many guys can do it to the level of Dion and not really, want any impact at all. But, so hopefully he turns out, he seems like he's got physical abilities. I think it's just, he's going to be challenged more every single play than he was at San Diego State.
Well, they needed corner help, so fingers are crossed that he's A+ pick as well.
I think you could cast a wide net on that 53-man roster and say,
valid point.
A lot of help.
Valid point. Gino Torretta, the Heisman Trophy winner. Thanks, Gino.
See you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
All right, I'll start with Chuck here. Chuck in Miami Gardens.
What they do?
That's for you, Crowder. All right, 3 o'clock hour here on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana on a football Friday, going over the draft. You got more draft action tonight, and we shall see what happens. I did see the ACC Network had tweeted out Maui Noah, Bain, Mesidor. Hurricanes football has 3 first-round picks for the first time since 2007. Yeah. So that's a nice little feather in the cap of the University of Miami football program right now. They have 3 first-rounders.
I got to give credit to Mario Cristobal and also Jason Taylor, my homeboy, because he had some DNs coming off that edge this year, baby.
They are churning out hopefully some superstars in the NFL.
Yeah.
We'll see if one of them ended up in Tampa instead of in Miami. Go ahead, Jimmy. Fire off that 305 alarm. Come on, I know you're with it.
It's 305.
Dale.
God bless. Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
305 is sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. Before we talk more about the draft, let me just remind everybody, Whiskey Stars and Cigars. This is our 3rd time doing it. It's presented by Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Returns Friday, May 8th. You come out, the entire QAM staff, minus me, will be there at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. It's a free event. Just come on out. Get all the info at WQAM.com. Got to be 21 or older. Starts at 6 p.m. May 8th. Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Whiskey Stars and Cigars is presented by Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location, your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer.
I was with Jason Taylor at a Jalen Phillips charity event, and he had to leave every 10 minutes to go take recruiting calls. And I want to say in my mind that he was recruiting Bain and Mesidor at that time because it makes the story better. I don't know who he was talking to, but I think I was a part of it.
Man, I'm so tempted to play the phlegm montage. I mean, that was just painful. I don't know what was happening there. What did you have for breakfast? Fettuccine Alfredo?
I had
What's in your protein shake? Alfredo sauce?
I left Pittsburgh at 7 a.m. I got to Miami at 9:40. I tried to Uber home, but the Ubers were slow, so I took an old school taxi from Fort Lauderdale to my house.
Oh, you didn't want to take a tuk-tuk?
I'm going to stay away from the tuk-tuks for a couple months. So I take a taxi to my house, get to my house at 10, leave at 10:30, repack my bags, and Asia has to drive to Fort Pierce because I slept the whole way up here. And I had some chicharrones and Doritos and a Dr. Pepper cherry for breakfast.
All right. You get around. You get around.
It's crazy.
It is ridiculous. All right, let's do, because I do want to get into some of these draft grades. So let's do headlines, and then we can start to get into what some of the other people around the country are saying about the Dolphins' 2 choices in the first round. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Day 2 of the draft is today. It's rounds 2 and 3. The Dolphins currently will pick 43rd overall. That's their 2nd round pick. And then they have 3 selections in the 3rd round, 75th, 87th, and 94th overall. However, Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, he was just on NFL Network saying that the Dolphins are making calls he's hearing about moving up to the first few picks of the 2nd round tonight.
Oh, interesting. Well, they have enough draft capital to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me play some sound here from John Eric Sullivan. Sully spoke yesterday after the 2 picks that the Dolphins took in the first round. Here's what he had to say about Proctor, why he was the right pick for the Dolphins at number 12?
He's unique. He's rare. He's a 350-pound man with unique athletic traits that can play 4 spots across the line of scrimmage. It's a left tackle, right tackle, both guards. The athletic traits for a man his size are through the roof. You know, I know there's been some questions about his weight. It's well documented. Obviously, we were very aware. We did our due diligence. With our resources, we feel really good about where he is at with that. And we brought him in on a 30 visit. I could feel his conviction and his desire to be a good football player and do the things that he needs to do to be the best pro that he can be. All I can tell you is that there wasn't another one in the draft like him.
Listen, I wanted Ruben Bain, but I'm not upset by this pick.
No.
So I think you can have both emotions regarding Caden Proctor and Ruben Bain. Well, I mean, we've complained about offensive line forever. Seems like forever.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be a luxury if you got a bruiser on the offensive line? Like I said earlier, whether it's going to be Malik Willis or someone else, wouldn't it be great if you got a bruiser who can protect the quarterback?
And so Gino said last hour, he was talking about like the Jonathan Ogdens, the 6'6", 350 athletes, the Joe Thomases, the Walter Jones and all that. He's this size guy. Am I saying he's going to be a Hall of Fame tackle? I don't know. But you said something yesterday that I thought about. John Eric Sullivan's not going to be – he doesn't know if he's doing the right thing, or we don't know if he's doing the right thing for another year or two. We don't know what Proctor's going to be. We don't know what Trish Johnson's going to be. But if he believes in him and he becomes what he thinks he can become, if he can become a damn Jonathan Ogden, man, we got action. We have a tackle for the next 10, 15 years that's going to choke people to death on that edge. That's what you hope. That's what we hope with Jake Long and those linemen we brought. Jake Long to Jonathan Martin. That's what you're hoping for, but you don't know it until you see it. So if he believes in him, this is his test right now. First draft, first time in his life he's ever been able to have a draft. He moved down 1 spot, moved up 3 spots. Like, he's moving around. He's trying to do what he can do, but we won't know if it's a good pick or bad pick for a year or two.
And again, I've only seen the highlight packages that you always see after your draft choice, and the highlight packages are called literally highlight packages. Yeah. So you're only going to see great stuff, but the stuff I watched was fun as hell.
Nobody puts out a low light package. When do the low light packages come out?
Well, we do. We put together
That's our best of shows.
Yeah. I'll say this. The Dolphins do have great success historically over the past couple of years taking tackles in the first 15 picks. I read Fiona's tweet this out earlier today. The last 4 top 15 picks that went offensive linemen, Laramie Tunsil, Mike Pouncey, Jake Long, and Richmond Webb for the Dolphins. So I know this is a totally different regime. It doesn't necessarily matter what they've done in the past. I get that, but they have had success taking a guy like this early. And here's where I, was kind of sold. Brian Baldinger did one of his Baldy breakdowns. And on March 2nd, so going back over a month, on March 2nd, he tweeted that Proctor was his number 1 tackle on his list of tackles coming out of the draft. So he's got the Baldy seal of approval, brother. And I'm all in on that.
Richmond Webb, Larry Little, Dwight Stevenson, like we've seen greats. Pouncey, we've seen very, very good players, but there's Dieters, Austin Jackson, is he still a question mark? The Liam Eichenbergs that he's not on the team
Austin
anymore.
Jackson is closer to Dieter than Richmond Webb, if that's
and I agree with you on this. But we have to see him. We have to see him go block grown ass men that have 6 mortgages.
Yep.
So the question is, you bring up Austin Jackson. Where is Caden Proctor going to play? Is Austin Jackson going to move inside and be a guard? Is Proctor going to start as a guard this year? My guess is everybody already has him ahead of Savai Naya on every single depth chart possible. which makes all the sense in the world. John Eric Sullivan yesterday explaining that Proctor, they envision he can play anywhere on the line.
I don't want to pigeonhole him. We'll give him to the coaches and kind of we'll get the best 5 out there. I do think he has the unique ability to play all 4 spots at a really high level. It's hard to say. We got some other guys. Obviously, Bruce, very, he's a center. So but Pat Paul, and then you got Jonah and who knows. And then Austin. We're excited about him coming back healthy at right tackle. So we'll just do what we need to do to get the best 5 out there. The unique thing about him is he can line up in all those spots and you feel really good about it.
Wide out.
Put him in the slot. 6'6", 350, put him in the slot.
Bro, he looked crazy comfortable with the direct snap in the Wildcat. Did you guys see that video?
Yeah.
I mean, he fell short of the goal line, but sign me up. Like, we're replacing Alec Ingold with Caden Proctor, 375, 6'7", for direct snaps to go get you a yard. Sign me the F up, baby.
I'm in.
So Bruce at center.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Paul, Sabayinai is at guard on the left, and he would have to be the right guard, or Austin Jackson moves into the right guard.
Yeah, I mean, Austin Jackson is, like, when he's healthy, he's fine. The question is he going to be healthy? Like, I don't know. I don't know what you do if you just say, hey, we drafted this guy to be our tackle. We're going to have Patrick Paul out on the left. We're going to have Proctor out on the right, and then you force Austin Jackson to move inside. Like, I don't know. I don't know how those conversations are going to play out. My guess is they'll figure it out in camp if he's suited, to just start right away as a right tackle.
Yeah. Grown men with mortgages. I got to see him do that.
Well, I guarantee you Malik Willis is happy after that pick. I'm guessing Devon Achane is happy after that pick. We'll see if Dolphins fans are happy after that. We'll see if John Eric Sullivan is happy after that pick in a few years.
Hey, Crowder, you were out in Pittsburgh. I saw over 320,000 fans were out at the draft yesterday, which breaks a round 1 attendance record. What were the vibes like? Because just on like the overhead shot of that entire setup, it looked like Ultra Music Festival with the amount of people that were out
Sticks before the Pittsburgh selection, which is what they do at the stadium.
Crazy.
That looked insane.
They had it's Ryan Clark, myself, and Fred Taylor. They had to get us a golf cart to get us through the crowd. And people were grabbing at us like we were the Beatles. It was crazy football out there. It was passionate. I must have took 700 pictures yesterday. And I'm Channing Crowder. I'm not Ben Roethlisberger, but the football passion up there. I'm back in Florida now, but the football passion up there was surprising. We laughed about it last night. It was surprising.
But is that fun going to the NFL draft? I mean, look, I'm not like, the guy that wears.
You're in Pittsburgh. Hey, you want to go make some steel beams tonight, or you want to go to the draft?
Yeah, I wanted to pour some steel out of one of those little cups and, make a bulb.
They brought out Primanti Brothers on the ESPN set, and Kirk Herbstreit wouldn't go near it. Like, he wouldn't touch it.
It's a sandwich shop.
Yeah, but they put fries and slaw on the sandwich.
Yeah.
I went past. It's like a Subway. I thought it was like a Prime 112. It's a Subway.
Primanti Brothers? No, you ever been to one on, was it Oakland Park Boulevard?
Oh, I've never been. Y'all talked about it, and I'm walking past, and
I've never been either, by the way. But I've never been.
It's a Subway.
Never been to Primanti Brothers?
No. It's a Subway.
No, it's not. It's not a Subway.
I looked at it yesterday, Solana. It's a Subway.
They do sandwiches, but my friend loves the pizza there. Yes. He's like, and it's open 24 hours. The one on Oakland Park's open 24 hours.
It's not a Subway. I've been to Primanti Brothers on Fort Lauderdale Beach. I went to the one in Oakland Park, and I went to one in Pittsburgh. It's not a Subway. It's a sit-down restaurant. Their pizza is wildly popular, especially in Pittsburgh. And the sandwich that they make, like their Primanti Brothers burger, it has slaw on it. Like, it's fire. Absolutely
It's a
fire.
quiz. It's a Quiznos then.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's not. Like, you should have went. You should have experienced it. It's fire.
It's a Quiznos.
Not a Quiznos. I'm going to send you the tweet of Kirk Herbstreit. Wait till you see the platter Primanti Brothers brings out Crowder. Quiznos couldn't put together a platter like this in 7 years.
The Quiznos platter. Send it to me.
Any of you see this video that the Dolphins posted? They had Ollie Gordon and Xavier Howard at one of their draft parties last night.
No.
Really?
Yeah, Xavier Howard, who was on the Colts week 1 last year, kicking our ass. And then I know he got cut, but isn't that weird?
If the Heat can bring Hassan Whiteside back to chef at a hibachi restaurant.
X was on the way to South Beach and just stumbled upon that party.
Nah, man, he's repping Dolphins gear. Like, he got paid to be there, man. He's there as a Dolphins ambassador. I'm cool with it, but I don't know. Like, it's kind of bizarre, isn't it? Like, already he's back as a former Dolphin at their draft parties. Shocking.
Hell, Solana, I never left, and I still do draft party appearances.
Right, but that makes sense. I mean, you're
Dolphins, like you're ride or die.
Yeah.
I visited New England, Buffalo, and Seattle.
You were crazy cringe when you went out there to bang the drum or whatever.
No, I wasn't crazy cringe. I was wide open.
All right, guys. I haven't seen any update on Wemby playing. I know he's still questionable, but
is he on the plane? Did he get on the plane today?
Okay.
Let me see what the line is. Be a good indicator
for him to be on the plane. Minus 100,000.
Weren't they favorites yesterday? Like slight favorites when we looked?
Yeah, they were.
1.5 point favorites. Spurs.
And if Wemby plays, my guess is that goes up to
Wemby's got prop totals 24.5 on the Hard Rock app.
Let him play.
The Celtics and 76ers play today as well at 7 p.m. Lakers and Rockets, all these are game 3s. They play at 8 p.m. Remember, Lakers are up 2-0 in that series. Celtics, Sixers, that series is even at 1 apiece. The Spurs and Blazers, that'll be the late game tonight at 10:30. Just a quick reminder that the Marlins do open up a 3-game road series. Sandy's on the mound tonight. They're in San Francisco. They'll play the Gigantes, and then they'll play the Dodgers after later early next week.
Wonder if they get Shohei during their 3 games in L.A.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. And then
Inter
Miami will play tomorrow. They'll be back at New Stadium. They've got New England at 7:30 p.m.
Jimmy, when I said find out if the Marlins end up facing Shohei at all during their 3 games, you leaned in a little bit, looked like you were about to start doing something, and then you leaned back. And I was curious what your initial thought was. Like, what was your initial thought when you leaned in? How am I going to find this out?
No, because I thought you cut off, so I really didn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, I got you. Did my audio pop?
No, not cut off like audio wise. Just like you just stopped in the middle of a sentence.
What happened?
According to Google, Shohei Ohtani, his next scheduled start is supposed to be Tuesday against the Miami Marlins.
Is it possible that you cut off, Jimmy? On the receiving end, is it possible you cut off?
What did
Maybe.
you just say? He ended his sentence early.
Huh.
Get him, Jimbo.
Your weather is brought to you by
He's
Tornado
in
Roofing
Friday
and
mode,
Contracting.
man. He's halfway out the door. He's at Primanti Brothers on the beach right now.
He's already at Big Quiznos.
My friend Buddha, who used to run Prime Italian, is listening. I think you know Buddha, right?
Yeah.
Just texted me. He said, burger on French bread and slaw on fries, absolute fire.
It's amazing.
At the
Well, there's a
Quiznos?
reason Primanti Brothers they have a zillion locations in Pittsburgh, no?
Yeah.
It's not just one.
Everywhere. No, it's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I actually looked at Uber Eats last night, and they were closed. I couldn't get it. I was going to get a Primanti Brothers because I wanted a sub.
I mean, it is sandwiches.
It's a set. I honestly thought, tell Buddha, I thought Primanti Brothers was like a prime Italian. Like I thought it was this, nice restaurant sit down. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's
anything
Subway.
with brothers, like any kind of brothers, pizza brothers, like brothers doesn't connote a fine upscale restaurant, right?
Why don't you like brothers, Hawk?
It's brothers? Because it's brothers?
Well, and when there's brothers.
we got a food trucks, huh?
You check out Brothers Food Truck. Now that's fire. Did you see the I think it's the Sparrow? What did I see? Did you see this, Solana?
Are they going out of business?
No. They're the one in New York City. Which one is it? Because Appel had texted me, or Whittingham earlier today. Sparrow at 33rd and 7th in New York, so right next to Madison Square Garden, has permanently closed.
Oh.
Now, for my money, Sparrow is Mount Rushmore food court staple.
The little pizza shack?
Yeah.
No, that pizza's garbage.
But at the food court, Sparrow, come
Pizza's
on.
garbage, Hawk.
No.
It is garbage.
No.
Thank you, Jimmy. I would go CC's over Sparrow's.
What? And
Yes.
I love CC's. You tell me a slice of Sparrow in the mall?
No way, man. No
Man.
way. Cinnabon, Wetzel's pretzels, or
No.
Auntie Anne's pretzels
It's
is
Auntie Anne's, and you
And-
cannot compare Wetzel's to Auntie Anne's. I mean, that's like it's like saying, oh, I can't remember, it's either a Rolls Royce or a Chevy.
Sarku. You guys ever eaten at one of those Sarku Japan places?
Is that where they
I mean,
give you
what
that
are
free
we
honey
doing here?
chicken?
No, the bourbon chicken is
The bourbon chicken stick.
What's that place that I love, Hawk? The bourbon chicken.
I think it's just called bourbon chicken.
No. The place they do the bourbon chicken and then the rice. Ah,
Yeah,
what's it
bourbon
called?
chicken.
They have
Is it
rice too.
Kelly's, something like that.
No, it's called bourbon chicken.
It's not called Kelly's.
It's not bourbon chicken.
Kelly's is an Irish
Kelly's.
name.
When the guy's out there and he gives you the sample,
Yeah, Kelly's Cajun Grill. It is called Kelly's. Kelly's Cajun Grill.
that's not
That's a
Kelly's.
dumb
I
name
would
for a
never go.
Cajun.
I would never eat nowhere called Kelly's.
That's on the Mount Rushmore of food
No,
court
no
places.
one's ever
Kelly's
heard of
Cajun
it.
Grill.
There's no one named Kelly that ever cooked good.
Mm-mm.
Kelly
Certainly not
Kapowski.
Cajun
Kelly
food.
Kapowski.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever heard of Kelly's Cajun Grill.
Mm-mm. No, the bourbon chicken place in every mall is called Bourbon Chicken.
Straightforward.
I can't believe that Crowder calling Primanti Brothers Quiznos isn't the dumbest food take on the show today. I can't believe it.
Kelly's.
Kelly's Cajun Grill is a staple at every mall food court across South Florida.
Yeah.
Aventura
Asian guy
Mall,
out there giving away those toothpick chickens.
100%.
And Kelly's back there cooking.
100%.
Doesn't
Yes.
make sense. It doesn't
Yes.
make sense.
Yeah,
Not
and in this
Cajun.
instance,
Cajun, it's not Kelly. It's Paul Prudhomme.
Yeah, it has to be a French name.
Yeah. I mean, Cayenne.
your weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit
99% of the people listening outraged over Reuben Bain or whatever. We're outraged by Cajun chicken and Primanti Brothers.
And expensive Quiznos.
It's not expensive. It's a sandwich shop.
It's high.
It is not. I mean, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's
bro, them sandwiches, they are $18.
It's not a sandwich shop.
It's a
Like,
sandwich shop.
It's a restaurant. I don't know how else to explain this to you, Crowder. You walk in,
Do
they
have
hand
steak?
you menus.
Do they have steak?
They have a
Do they have
bar.
steak?
Yes, you can get a steak there.
You can get salmon. I can get salmon, grilled salmon.
I guarantee they have salmon. they
No,
have chicken.
Gary,
They
it's
have
not.
a
I
restaurant.
I looked at it on Uber Eats.
I ate there. I went
I don't know.
there.
You might have went next door. You walked in the wrong door. This is a sandwich shop.
You tell me it's brothers though.
They had collard greens and watermelon.
I'm looking at the menu right now. Hold on.
You can get grilled salmon at Primanti's Brothers.
It's probably fried. Everything there has to be fried. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a sandwich shop.
they have
I
steak.
think it's like in Philly, Chickies and Pete's, where you get a cheesesteak, but it is a sit down restaurant.
I could throw some lawn chairs and a couple tables up.
It's not lawn chairs. They're not plastic fold out tables and chairs. Bro, it's a restaurant. You sit there, they have a waiting staff. They come, they sit you. The waitress comes over. She does smell bad and has a cigarette in your ear, but she's taking your order. She's asking you what you want. She'll refill your soda for you. Like
But
it's
they
a
don't
restaurant.
even have they don't have 1099s. They work for just tips.
Well, that's a restaurant.
I want to put my head through a wall. Like
Bro,
Crowder's calling
I
it a
was
Quiznos.
I was just up there and I saw this little storefront, Primanti's Brothers, and it was a Quiznos.
But I don't care what you saw. Like it wasn't
I
a
looked at it
Quiznos.
with my eyes, and you're talking about that this is a top flight, Michelin rated restaurant. It's not. It's a Quiznos.
Don't do that. I'm not telling you that it's like going to Prime Italian, but to call it a Quiznos is like suggesting you walk in and there's a counter that you order at, and it's not like that. They have a bar. You can sit there. They have TVs everywhere. They have booths. They have chairs. They have tables to sit at.
Tables
Everywhere.
and chairs.
Everywhere.
It was a Dollar Tree that I could walk to right through the wall.
But there's 50 of them in that area.
I went to the Dollar Tree and I grabbed me a sandwich.
Who do we know that's from Pittsburgh that we can call? Who do we know? Other than Ryan Clark.
Pittsburgh. But everybody, there's plenty of people down here texting in about Primanti Brothers. There's two in Fort Lauderdale. There's one on the beach and there's one in Oakland Park.
Which I've been to both, by the way, and both are sit-down restaurants. Again, it's
I
not
feel like I'm the food expert, though, even though I've never been to a Primanti Brothers nor seen one with my own two eyes. So I'll take the lead on this one, fellas.
Okay. Visit tornadoroofing.com for free roof and window estimate. It's 80 degrees. Tonight the lows are going to be in the 70s. Back to these dummies.
Thank you, brother. We will continue to talk draft. Make a plan. Maybe this weekend you head out to see some great horse racing at Gulfstream Park in beautiful Hallandale Beach. They have live racing Thursdays through Sundays for the entire month of April. And before you know it, it will be Kentucky Derby Day. Mark your calendars for the annual Kentucky Derby Trackside Watch Party, Saturday, May 2nd. You can get your tickets right now at gulfstreampark.com/events. That is a perfect spot to watch the Derby. Gulfstream Park, perfect for a day of racing and fun, certainly this weekend, and also a perfect venue for groups, events, and private parties. They host groups from 10 to over 1,000 people. Make it a day at Gulfstream Park. Nothing better. A little South Florida weather, betting on some horse racing, enjoying the great sights and sounds at Gulfstream Park. You can get all the details right now at gulfstreampark.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
You guys see new Mozart is dropping soon?
He's dead.
Chris Brown, set it up. Oh, feeling crazy. The moon is up. The night is easy.
I want to get into some of these draft grades so we can hear what people are saying around the nation about the Miami Dolphins draft. Before I get into the draft grades, though, someone sent this to me on Instagram, and I had seen this. And this is, I don't want to get back into the whole Kelly's Cajun Grill thing, but I had seen this. You ever watch that Jeff, I think his name is Weinser, right? On Local 10. He's their dirty dining guy. This is from this week or last. Yeah, this is from this week on Dirty Dining.
I was like, oh my God.
Among Bianca Gutierrez's bourbon chicken and noodles.
And I was like, that's not a vegetable.
Something with legs and antennas.
Juliet, that erodes in my food. Disgusted. Very disgusted.
She says it happened last week right here in the Pembroke Lakes Mall food court. The food from Kelly's Cajun Grill. She took it right back to the counter.
Yeah, they were shocked.
So I stand corrected. I apologize. It is Kelly's Cajun Grill. It's very famous.
Oh, keep eating that, Solana.
Well, listen, you get Cajun Grill at the food court. If you're not expecting bugs and little creatures in it, that's on you. I firmly believe that's on you.
I used to eat at a sushi buffet in Davie.
Bro, I went once when we used to have the radio station, $7.90 the ticket on like 441 and 191st. There was a Chinese food buffet on Ives Dairy, like between 95 and 441. I couldn't believe what I walked into. We just went after the show one day. I couldn't believe what I walked into.
When they say your spouse makes you better, you need to upgrade your spouse. Well, I was eating at this sushi buffet for years, and then I met Asia. It was kind of like getting on that tuk-tuk the other day. Where like I took Asia there, we were dating, and she was like, I'm not eating sushi buffet. And then I kind of look around now thinking about what I just brought her to, and I was like, yeah, baby, you're right. Let's get on out of here.
Let's pretend this never happened. This is from Pro Football Focus. They give the selection of Caden Proctor at number 12 the designation of average. They write, the Dolphins have a near clean slate with needs across the board, and they chose to address the trenches early with a massive addition up front. Proctor is a 3-year starter at left tackle for Alabama and is coming off a career-best 86.1 PFF grade in 2025. It remains to be seen where he will slot into the Dolphins' offensive line, but he raises the talent level of the group up front for Miami. They give him an average, but they do have nice things to say about him. And then I'll give you a Pro Football Focus, just real quick. Chris Johnson, the cornerback out of San Diego State, they grade that pick as good. And they write, the Dolphins secondary was one of the league's worst units entering the 2026 season, regardless of position. Johnson was one of the bigger risers in the pre-draft process, coming off a 2025 season at San Diego State, in which he earned an elite 92.4 PFF coverage grade and allowed a passer rating of just 16.1 on passes into his coverage.
I would say with both of them, because it was the doctor, El Doctor, Mansour Delane was the one we wanted. He was the top corner, and he went as the top corner. Then there was Jermon McCoy, and Chris Johnson was the third guy on the list, all the lists I saw. So let's see what it is. But you know what? One thing, he's big as hell. He's 6 feet. I'm not saying he's going to be, what's it called? Asamoah, or he's going to be Patrick Surtain, but he's built like them guys. And you don't know about the fat boys. I always talk about the fat boys. The Eagles built from the trenches and won Super Bowls. The Lions built from the trenches, and they are back relevant in the NFL when they were terrible for years. Now, Dan Campbell and that physical stuff, it's the same thing that Sully and Hafley are saying. We're building from the trenches. We're getting physical. We're getting big. They got a 6'6", 350-pound lineman, and they got a 6-foot corner. So they're off-season talk, it looks like it's exactly what they're going to do. Go get some big human beings.
And the opposite of what McDaniel was doing, right?
He was getting he wanted to track meet. We called it a track meet.
Yep.
Everybody runs 4.3s. Yeah, but then sooner or later there's going to be some big guys that discourage you from running that 4.3, and you're going to fold.
Give you some other grades here from national writers. This is for Caden Proctor. Fox Sports, C-. The first true upset of the draft and a real roll of the dice, similar to the gamble general manager John Eric Sullivan made in paying big money to quarterback Malik Willis. At his best, Proctor can be dominant, but even his former head coach Nick Saban has publicly talked about Proctor's struggles with maintaining his weight. This is a risky pick that could wind up busting. With the local superstar Reuben Bain Jr. still available, taking Proctor is especially head-scratching. But conversely, from CBS Sports, Mike Renner, A+. Proctor has the most prodigious power in this tackle class with special movement skills for a 350-plus pounder. His weight will be worth monitoring, but when he was at his trimmest, Proctor was dominant at the end of the season. He can start inside at guard or stick at tackle.
The weight thing doesn't get to me as much as like, yeah, you know, they're gonna regulate his weight. That's what all teams do. They're gonna regulate his weight. But is this a mental thing? Is he a stress eater, or does he have no discipline, or is he gonna lock in now as a first rounder and go on to be a Hall of Famer like that? It's more about his mentality than if he's 350 or 360.
The only thing that bothers me about that is that, one, he's 20 years old. He started all 3 years at Alabama, 18, 19, and 20 years old. He played more snaps than anybody last year for the Crimson Tide, and he was named the best pass blocker or offensive lineman, I should say, the best tackle in the SEC. Like, clearly his resume is that
it's
of
not
somebody
a reach. It's not where you look at him and go, what do they see?
And from everything I've read, even because I was going through all the draft grades this morning, everybody says one thing about him. Dude's powerful. Like, that is not a question at all. And what's the biggest, at least one of the biggest concerns and gripes we had with the Dolphins during the McDaniel era? Forget that they picked a bunch of speed guys. It's that they weren't powerful. It's that they got punched in the mouth and then they were never able to punch back. We called them soft. That's the word everybody called the Miami Dolphins during the McDaniel era. Soft. And in this pick right here, you're addressing that. I don't know if he's going to be a great tackle. I don't know if the weight issues are going to be a concern, but the dude's not soft. He's ready to punch people in the mouth.
The only thing soft about Caden Proctor is the soft-baked cookies in his locker.
Yeah.
It's the discipline. It's not about what if he's 350 or 357. It's why is everybody talking about his weight problem? It's a discipline. Is he disciplined enough to stay in shape and become a Jonathan Ogden, become a, we talked about earlier, Larry Little, whatever it is, become a great player? He has the body to be a great player. Is he disciplined enough? Because everything you read, I was reading stuff this morning, on Twitter and all, and everybody just says, yeah, he has weight problems. Well, stop eating. Okay, Proctor, just don't eat as much.
He addressed it, by the way, because Saban is the one who criticized him, and then he addressed it. I saw a video of it where he was like, yeah, I showed up one season out of shape. I think he said he was 400, and he goes, and I corrected it. I didn't do that again.
Yeah.
That's an easy solution. That's an easy fix.
I know. That's they attached to me that I was like a trouble guy, a guy that gets arrested, and then I just kept getting arrested, and then I probably wasn't an arrested guy. Yeah, they were probably right.
The haters said, what's the meme? The haters say that you're a head case and a problem, and the haters were right.
Got to hand it to the haters this time. The haters were right.
4 o'clock hour is coming up.
2 sides to every story.
Cheetah
One side girl, a
Pompano,
lot of
great
stories.
spot to watch a game this weekend if you're so inclined. They've got 4 stages of entertainment there, TVs all over the joint, the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano has an amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day, happy hour specials till 6. I remind you, too, if you're planning a bachelor party for your friend, there is no better place to hold it than Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. You can get details online or at either of the clubs. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach, especially on the weekends. And make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well. You can get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
Crowder and Solana.
You're not going to learn anything about sports on this show. I'm sorry, you're not. But I know McDonald's.
Four p.m. and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dog lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe Rose, Woody Bo, Omar and more, Tobin and Leroy giving goosies galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. From Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hochman, Crowder, Solana, get ready for some more.
All right, 4 o'clock hour, we will start with the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Mixed day, Dow Jones down 79 points, which is really nothing. S&P 500 up almost 1%, 56 points, and the NASDAQ up over 1.5%, almost 400-point rise for the NASDAQ. So if you're into the tech-heavy stocks, nice day to end the week. We'll get some headlines here. We'll hear a little bit more from the Miami Dolphins about their draft choices, and we'll look forward to night 2 tonight. First, here's what Robert Griffin III said after the Dolphins drafted Caden Proctor. I just happened to see his tweet. He says, the Dolphins just got a wall of mass in Caden Proctor at 6'7", 352 pounds. He's 6'7"?
Yeah.
6'7", wow.
That's a big human.
At 6'7", 352 pounds, Proctor's 32.5-inch vertical and low 5'2", 40 is a rare size and movement combo. His anchor is heavy and his initial punch knocks rushers off balance. He is a body displacer in the run game, an uncommon specimen to protect Malik Willis and create holes for Devon Achane.
Sounds good. What's Austin Jackson? 6'5"? He's 6'7".
Patrick Paul might be 7 feet.
That's a monster.
He's
of a man,
6'7".
too.
Like we're gonna look good getting off the bus.
You know, it goes back. I mean, the Hurricanes built through the trenches, right? And college ball is very different than NFL. But there's something to be said about having a mass of humanity protecting your quarterback. And again, I'm not doing if the body size is there because, you know, we talked about Deion Jordan looked like an Adonis. Yeah. It doesn't always translate. But if you have a mass of humanity protecting the quarterback, creating holes for the running game, you feel like it's the right direction. So, again, I'll say what I said at 2 o'clock. I wanted Ruben Bain. I was hoping they would have taken Ruben Bain. They didn't. And I'm not unhappy with the Caden Proctor pick. The Proctor is in.
Savai Naya gets better, locks down left guard. Patrick Paul's a huge human being. Austin Jackson and Proctor on the right side, see what happens. Aaron Brewer's is his name Aaron Brewer?
You know, Chris Perkins always calls him Aaron Brewer.
He goes by Aaron.
I do believe he prefers Aaron, not Aaron. Well, not Aaron, like Key and Peele.
Yeah, is he Key and Peele in us?
But like Perk is adamant when he talks about Aaron Brewer, calls him Aaron Brewer.
So Aaron Brewer is a top 5 or 10 center in the league. If we can solidify those other pieces and Patrick Paul plays better, and we already got to say if health with Austin Jackson, but they slot in and Savai Nai, whatever his name is, he can tighten up. I nailed it. So if he tightens up, no, just like we're set. There's a potential for us to be set on the offensive line, and I like that. That's what good teams do. I brought up the Lions did it, and I brought up the Eagles that did it, and they both went in deep playoff runs.
Yeah,
remember it would have been. Don't you think it would have been a slam dunk celebration from Dolphins fans had Ruben Bain not been available, Solana?
No, I don't think so. Because
it's just offensive line. There's nothing sexy.
No, because I think there were a lot of guys who were projected even as offensive linemen, like Spencer Fano was one, just based on the mocks that I had.
Well, he got taken before him though.
He did, no, but I'm just saying, like, there were offensive linemen that people expected to be taken in those top 15 picks, and not too many mocks, not too many experts, not too many Dolphins fans had Caden Proctor really going at this point. Look, I think overall, the Dolphins got extra capital, extra draft capital by trading back a pick, and they took a guy that clearly they really like. I mean, it's obvious that they really like him. And I'd rather, wait and see how this plays out with the guys who were watching tape and talking to people at Alabama and studying these guys more so than, the Dolphins podcaster. But Hawk, just to your question, I don't think a lot of people had Caden Proctor going 12. I saw some mocks with him going at 13, but most of them had him as like a 15 to 25 range guy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call him a shocking selection. Ty Simpson was a shocking selection after him, but I don't think it was shocking.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he was definitely a top 5. He was a first-round pick, 100%.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins, remember I was asking Omar, like, what are we going to learn about Sully and Halfley? And I think yesterday I learned that they're not necessarily concerned with best player available as much as they were our position of need was not DB, not cornerback. Our position of need is offensive line. And that has to do with
vision.
Austin Jackson not being available. Savat Inaya, you say tighten up. I mean, it's not just tightening up. Like, this dude literally has to be a lot better than he was a year ago. He's the worst offensive lineman in the NFL at one point throughout last season. Like, they want to build it that way. They want to build it from up front and be a powerful football team.
And when you look at the mock drafts and then you see Proctor jump where he wasn't supposed to be higher, like, geniuses can zig when others zag. They saw something in Proctor that other people didn't. But the proof's in the pudding. If he goes out here and balls out and goes to Pro Bowls, we saw something in him that these other teams didn't see or these other prognosticators didn't see. But if he goes out here and can't play, you just wasted a 12th pick of the draft. And it's all in the pudding. Like Hawk said, we will not know if John Eric Sullivan is good at his job for another year.
And we always find out. We always find out.
Yeah.
There's no hiding the facts.
And then he can be Chris Greer and be around 26 years. And then we figure it out.
Let's do headlines so that we can hear some of this stuff as well. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Caden Proctor is being introduced. He's in the Dolphins facility right now up in Miami Gardens. He's taking questions from the local media. He's at the podium. He's wearing a Dolphins hat. He's iced out. He was wearing that big chain yesterday and a big purple suit yesterday as well.
I don't like all the chains and the gold and the diamonds and all that, man. Just play ball.
Oh, shut up, Grandpa.
I have on a G-Shock digital.
Yeah. And nobody's doing a double take when you walk by.
Like all these gold chains.
Where can I see this, Solana? Is this
the G-Shock? It's right here.
No, I want to see Caden Proctor,
okay.
not your stupid ass Timex.
I don't know how you follow any of the Dolphins beat writers.
I just looked at Omar and Barry Jackson. Neither of them have any pictures of Caden Proctor up there.
Joe Shad, Isaiah Smalls, Furones, Hal Habib. They've all got pictures there. I like this from Isaiah Smalls, Miami Herald. A key part of how Caden Proctor will maintain his weight, not eating after 7 p.m., he says.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I've tried that. Then OP Live comes on, and I just need those Cheez-Its.
Don't break your fast to get out of here. He's going to break his fast. He's 6'7".
So you guys want to hear what Caden Proctor had to say yesterday regarding what Saban said? I know this was the clip that was going viral last night after the Dolphins take him. It's where most of the conversations about his weight are coming from, by the way. Nick Saban talked about Caden Proctor, said that he showed up to camp one year when he was still coaching at Alabama, overweight. He was 400 pounds. Here's what Caden Proctor had to say about those comments yesterday.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was like that. I was 400 pounds, when Coach Saban was there, in the off season. Um, that summer of my freshman year, but I feel like I've, got a couple years under my belt to where I've kept that in check. I've built and put a plan in place to go succeed and to be at the weight that I need to be to go out there and provide for the team.
Who is the I'm looking at the pictures of him now, and David Furones. Like, I like this guy. I like this. He's wearing just like a polo.
Jeans, polo,
Like
Dolphins hat.
Like the way he steps to the podium.
He's a big human. Goodness gracious.
Caden Proctor, this is from David Furones. Caden Proctor on being tasked with protecting Malik Willis with the Dolphins. Quote, I'm going to battle every day. I promise you that. Who was the offensive lineman taken by the Giants?
Spencer Fano?
Fano. Did you see? I think I saw the interview with him because they said,
but no. Spencer Fano went to the Browns. Francis Mauigoa.
Francis Mauigoa. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, right. They asked him. Did you see what they asked him about? Protecting Jackson Dart.
No, what did he say?
He goes, it was so great. He goes, I'm ready to die for you, Jackson. I am ready to die for you right now. It was great, man.
Yeah, that sounds good until death comes into it.
That's what I want to hear. I am ready to die for you.
Yeah, that was another thing, Hawk. Like, Mauigoa goes right before the Dolphins are supposed to pick. So you have the two linemen most people expected the Dolphins to be in play for. The cornerback, everybody had kind of talked themselves into it, Mansour Delane, and then Ruben Bain sitting there. I think that it was just a combination of all that.
It seemed like it had kind of fallen into place for a lot of Dolphins fans.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah.
And for him to trade back, like you thought they were locked in. I don't know if they were locked into Proctor, but it was like, oh, he got a plan. As soon as they traded out, like, oh, he got a plan. We got action now. They know something. Who is this again? Where'd he play?
It is funny though, like Caleb Downs, everybody's like, oh, safety, he's a baller. And the Dolphins knew the Cowboys wanted him. And you have to, in my mind, I'm sitting there watching that play out, and I'm saying the Dolphins had no interest in taking Caleb Downs. Like, they had to have known that's who the Cowboys are going to go get, just obviously. And the Cowboys are trading you 2 extra picks to move up 1 spot to get him. Like, Sully and Hafley, to your point, Crowder, this is who they were going to get, in my opinion. Like, maybe they wanted Mauigoa, maybe they wanted Spencer Fano, but they were going to draft one of these 3 linemen, and it ended up being Caden Proctor who was sitting there for them.
Yeah, and if he ends up being Trent Williams, if he ends up being Jonathan Ogden, like they went and got one. But we won't know. But I know he's big as those dudes. 6'7", 350 is a lot of human being moving around on that field.
He's got good hair too, right, Hawk?
Oh my God, he's got a salad.
Yeah, that's not what it's called.
Oh, that's what Solana told me, and I'm riding with it. Joe Shad just tweeted out, Caden Proctor says he likes to sweat. He believes Alabama prepared him for what's about to come in training camp.
Hope so. Because he's some grown men coming off this edge, young man. We're going to see.
Joe Shad, quote from Caden Proctor, I know I can move people off the ball with my power.
Hell yeah.
We going to see.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to start.
Yeah.
That Ruben Bain video, by the way, that bleep had me in my feels, man.
Oh, he was. There was such great stuff from Ruben Bain yesterday. Did you see? They go to this mirror, and on ESPN they're supposed to put on the new team hat. They grab their new team hat, and then they look at themselves in the mirror and pose a little bit. You saw what Ruben Bain did?
Walked off.
Grabbed his hat, walked by. You didn't see him for a half second in that picture. There was no preening for the mirror.
I thought about you when you give me a hard time about, oh, this changed your life. And all. Huck, when you have an expectation that's not reached, you're pissed. Reuben Bain was not happy when he hugged Goodell, hugged his mom, hugged his dad. He was not excited about going that late in the draft, and he was a first rounder.
Yeah, remember his over under was 8.5 on the Hard Rock app. So will he be selected over 8.5 or under 8.5? There was thought that he could be a top 8 pick.
So when number 8 or 9 went past, he got pissed off.
Well, you also wonder too, am I this season's Brady Quinn? You know, am I this season's
Aaron Rodgers went real late.
Yeah, Rodgers, but there's another one that I'm drawing a blank.
That had
but
to
like
walk.
You're sitting there in that green room like
home. He didn't even get. He was first round. He was sitting in the draft room, and they didn't draft him. He had to leave.
Yeah,
man, that was a couple years ago. I know you're talking about.
And there was one person in the green room last night who did not get drafted. And I forget who it is, but ESPN had mentioned at the end, I think Greeny had mentioned at the end, there was one pick left and there were 2 people remaining in the green room.
You guys see another really cool story at the draft? Mekhi Lemon. He's on the phone with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And there's video of it now. Like it was posted. I saw it on Adam Schefter's account earlier. So he's on the phone with the Steelers, who have the 21st overall pick. And the video shows he's on the phone. And I think it's his agent that comes and says, hey, the Eagles just traded up. They're going to draft you at 20. And it all plays out. Like you see it on video. He's talking to the Steelers. Like, I'm excited to go there. They're like, hey, hang up the phone. The Eagles just drafted you. You're going to Philadelphia.
Click.
Awesome, man.
I'm done.
Draft is fun, man.
But just to explain it to you. So Reuben wanted to go 8th.
Mm-hmm.
He went 15th. I was supposed to go 20 and went 60th. I should have been upset.
Yes. No, but you're still being drafted by the NFL. Now, Reuben Bain's a first-round pick still. He's going to be flying first class. They sent you a tuk-tuk. You were third round. Like
he dropped 7 picks. I'm driving a tuk-tuk.
I get it. But you still take that moment to go, wow, this is amazing. My name was just called by the commissioner. I'm walking on the stage and I'm putting on the hat of my new team. Like you still, I think if you asked Reuben Bain, he would tell you, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be in Tampa and I'm thrilled to be a first round pick. You can never take that away from someone.
No, you got to set higher standards on yourself. And if they don't hit them standards, you're upset.
Was it Shedeur Sanders you were thinking of? He didn't go to the draft though, right?
No, I wasn't Shedeur.
It was a guy.
Steven Preciado saying Lamar Jackson.
I know who Huck's talking about, and he had to end up leaving. He was just sitting there looking goofy.
We never got to all the draft stories this week, but the Brady Quinn one is great. Remember, he ended up having to go to the commissioner's box because it was so embarrassing where he was. He was eating Chipotle in the commissioner's suite.
Yeah, Lamar. It could have been Lamar. Lamar was the last pick of the first round.
32, yeah.
Yeah, when the Ravens took him. Yeah. Dolphins could have had him.
Well, let's not do that today.
You can't do it. Let's celebrate Caden Proctor.
All right, guys. Just
and
some
Chris
local
Johnson. I mean, you got 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. And Chris Johnson, I watched, like you're saying, we laughed about it earlier. The highlights look great on Chris Johnson.
And you wanted a corner, man.
Yeah.
Traded up for him.
Traded down to get more picks, traded up to get the guy they wanted. Sully's making moves. I don't know if it's action or movement, but he's doing stuff.
And what'd you say? Tom Pelissero said that they might be looking to move up in the draft tonight?
Yeah, Pelissero mentioned them and 2 other teams that he's hearing are interested in moving up earlier into the second round. The Dolphins, they're scheduled to pick today 43rd in the draft. So still early in the second round, but they might move up. I've seen a lot of people talk about wide receiver for them. I saw a mock where they draft a wide receiver and a tight end as well. I believe the guy that a lot of people have the Dolphins taking is Denzel Boston, who some people had as a first rounder that is still there. So we'll see. Obviously, like we don't know, but I could see them getting some receivers. Like I thought they were going to get Casey Concepcion, and the Browns ended up getting him. Just a couple other local notes. A reminder that the Marlins play tonight. Sandy's on the bump. They're in San Francisco. That's a 10:15 p.m. start time. You can hear the game here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Inter Miami, they host New England tomorrow. That'll be at New Stadium. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 80 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 70s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
More draft talk on the way. In Miami, we don't drink coffee, we drink cafecito, and our pastries are pastelitos. And when you want a low price, you know you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Volkswagen models like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Doing a little car shopping this weekend, you get over to Doral Volkswagen. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money, because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for that Pricito right now at DoralVolkswagen.com.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I'd like to officially go on record. I am wearing underwear today.
that Friday thing. Talking about the draft, round 2 and 3 coming up tonight. We're going to have Marlins on this radio station tonight. I have some Chris Johnson grades too. You know, there's a weird thing that that comes into play. When you get drafted in the first round of the NFL draft, you're the immediate superstar, toast of the media, toast of the local fan base. But when there's someone selected in front of you by the same team in that first round, you somehow get overlooked a little bit, which has got to be a wild thing. But Chris Johnson still, first round draft pick in the NFL. He just happens to get picked second by the Dolphins in the first round, though. He's still a first rounder, but he's drafted second by the Dolphins. But here are some of the grades for Chris Johnson. Yahoo Sports, C-.
Damn.
This is a pick to get on base, which a rebuilding team like the Dolphins needs. He's not the flashiest cornerback prospect, but he still should project as a solid starter. It feels like a little bit of a reach, but it's hard to say a roster with this many holes is really reaching on anyone. Time to keep adding talent and building this thing out.
Yeah,
USA Today, though. USA Today gives him a B.
Yeah.
This feels like a move straight out of the Packers playbook for John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley, who both came from Green Bay. In the pre-draft process, Johnson carved out a place as one of this class's most polished cornerbacks. His composure is sure to come in handy for a Miami defense that has been in trouble at that position since moving on from Jalen Ramsey.
You have to get a guy that can go and just lock somebody down. Zone man, whatever you want to say. Sooner or later, you got to go choke somebody to death. He's 6 feet, 185. He's big. Xavier Howard's a big dude. Like, we have to go get that guy. I don't know how good Chris Johnson is because he did play at San Diego State. They didn't play SEC or ACC schedule, whatever you want to say, Big Ten schedule. So we'll see what he has, but he's bigger. And you know me, I like big physical people, and that's what they're getting. They have a 6'7" tackle and a 6-foot cornerback. There's going to be more human on the field this year, and I love it.
So how many picks do they have tonight, Solana?
4. The Dolphins have 1 pick in the second round as of right now, and then 3 in the third round. They have pick 43, which is in the second round, and then they'll take 75, 87, and 94 overall.
And so what are we expecting? A receiver for sure out of the 4.
Guaranteed receiver. I hope, I don't know if they could find it another corner because Rasul Douglas is gone. Jack Jones is now gone. Like, we have no cornerbacks anymore.
Bro, Chris Johnson, in my opinion, immediately is your best cornerback right now.
I think he is, right?
Oh,
yeah. I mean, Jason Marshall Jr. I'm just reading DBs. Jason Marshall Jr., Ethan Robinson,
Storm Duck,
Ethan Bonner, Juju Brents, I think is still rostered. Yeah, like those are Dante Trader Jr. is a safety. He's on the roster. Like, yeah, Chris Johnson, in my opinion, is already like cornerback number 1 for this team. Now, the Dolphins will get more money after the June 1st, post June 1st cuts, and then they're going to be able to go sign some veterans or whatever. But yeah, like this guy's probably going to start next year for the Dolphins.
Well, that's got to be the plan, right? Take him in the first round, and it's a position of need. That's got to be the plan.
Proctor and Johnson are on the field game 1. They need and their receiver they get, I don't know what they're going to do tonight. The receiver they get is going to be, he's not going to be 5'9". He's going to be a bigger receiver, and they need to go get another DB.
It's a pretty badass coincidence, by the way. Caden Proctor's having his press conference, and David Furones tweeted out he's got 1972 tattooed on his knuckles.
Why?
For his stepfather. His stepfather was born in 1972. And they asked him. But he says, I also understand that that's a very important year for the Miami Dolphins, so maybe it was meant to be. That is kind of cool. I find that to be kind of cool.
Look at God.
God works in mysterious ways.
Look at God, fellas.
I mean, what are the odds, right? I have the picture up there. Like, what are
look
the
at
odds?
That's pretty badass.
I
That is
didn't
an
know that.
unbelievable coincidence.
That gave me the little goosebumps, man. I like that.
That is cool, man. So what were you saying? Wide receiver tonight for sure.
A big wide receiver, 6'2", a bigger wide receiver, another DB, guaranteed in those four.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they're just taking flyers like at a certain point in the draft. Crowder, I know second round is not where you do that, or third round, but I'm saying like fourth round, if they're just kind of taking flyers on DBs just because you need them, you know? But yeah, like even a tight end, I think a tight end could definitely be something that you go get today. Yeah, man. I mean, they just need weapons. I don't care. I don't care if it's a 6'4" wide receiver or a target that can play tight end and that's a good blocker as well. Like somebody that they think has some upside as just a weapon. Go get me weapons.
That's what. So, do we go get a weapon tight end or a big blocking tight end? Do we go try to find Travis Kelce or do you get a guy that helps in the run game? Like the tight end is I'm with you. We don't have no damn tight ends. Dulcich, whatever his name is.
Dulcich was good at the end of the season.
Dulcich was okay. Hawk.
No, he was good at the end of the season. He was.
Hawk, you're grading on a curve. He had 6 catches.
I'm not telling you it's Anthony Fasano, but he was good.
But do we go try to find Travis Kelce or do we get a guy that can run? Like tight end is I'm with you. We need a tight end. But I think you can find a tight end. I don't think that's a place of need, honestly, on any team if he's not a dog.
Any thought that Carson Beck goes tonight, second or third round?
Yeah, I wasn't. I guess none of us were shocked he didn't go in the first round. But yeah, I think Carson Beck is a day 2 guy. I think he's going to go today. My guess is Carson.
I wonder if they have props for round 2 and 3 on the Hard Rock app. Let me see.
Oh, I'm back in Florida. Let me start gambling again.
Did anybody bet on the draft last night? I did not. I only had 2 bets last night. I live bet the Knicks, and I won that because I had plus 5.5. And I live bet the Nuggets. I lost that.
I couldn't bet.
Oh, that's right, because you were up in Pittsburgh. Welcome back to Florida, brother.
Man, listen, I'm about to load up tonight, though. Tell Asia, no, we're not going out to eat because might get ugly.
Oh, you know what? The first prop on the Hard Rock app, team to draft a player. The first person is Carson Beck. Team to draft Carson Beck. But I'd have to look at each team's picks. And, I mean, this is for someone who actually researches this stuff. The favorite at plus 225 is Arizona.
Arizona, who has the second pick as of right now in the second round.
Oh, really? So he could go early tonight.
So remember we were talking about how Ty Simpson, Arizona was a potential team that the Dolphins maybe were going to trade with because Arizona was going to want to jump into the draft and take Ty Simpson at that 30 spot that Miami was supposed to draft in. Obviously, that didn't happen because Ty Simpson ends up going 13 to the LA Rams, who clearly shocked the entire world by doing that. But yeah, the teams that need quarterbacks, Arizona definitely needs a quarterback. And then San Francisco, they're not going to go quarterback because they have Brock Purdy. Buffalo has the 3rd pick in the second round. They're not going to take a quarterback. The Raiders just took a quarterback. The Giants don't need a quarterback. The Texans don't need a quarterback. The Browns have 72 quarterbacks on their roster. The Chiefs don't need a quarterback. The Bengals don't need a quarterback. So then you start getting to the teams that, okay, the Saints, the Dolphins, the Jets, those are teams that might be willing, not the Dolphins, but the Jets, the Saints, that might be willing to take a flyer on a guy like Carson Beck. I don't know if round 2 is too early, but it wouldn't be that crazy.
Is it second and third tonight? Carson Beck's going to go today. To answer our question, he's going today, first or second round.
I will tell you, on the Hard Rock app, Carson Beck, the team to draft Carson Beck, the Cardinals are the favorite. Then it's the Jets, Steelers, and then the Dolphins.
They said they're going to draft a quarterback every year, but now it's Malik
that's
Willis.
right. They did say that.
Yeah.
Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers, and Carson Beck.
I don't think if you're the Dolphins, I'm cool with them taking a quarterback every year. Like I liked how that sounds. There's no way with all the holes you have on this roster after paying Malik Willis that you're taking a quarterback in the second round. Like I don't understand how that would make any sense. By the way, Nussmeier is still available. He's the quarterback out of LSU who, like most people, have ahead of Carson Beck. Drew Aller is the QB from Penn State. He's still available. I could see the Dolphins maybe in like the 4th or 5th round taking a flyer on either Taylon Green, the guy out of Arkansas, or I also saw Cole Payton, dude out of North Dakota State, who's got an effing cannon. I watched 2 North Dakota State games last year. I don't know why, but dude's got an absolute cannon. I could see the Dolphins maybe taking a flyer on like one of those 2 guys at the end of the draft.
I don't want the Dolphins to take a quarterback tonight, honestly.
No, you can't in the second and third round.
No.
Yeah. And I love Carson Beck. But if you tell me you pass on Ruben Bain at 12 and the Hurricane you select is Carson Beck early in the second round, I don't know, man.
Jalen Phillips is gone. We need edge rushers. We need receivers. Tutu Atwell, I love you to death, brother. He can't be the number 1. We have so much needs other than a third-string quarterback.
You can't say I love you to death, brother, to Tutu Atwell when all we've done on this show is make him a punchline.
Yeah, I don't think you love him to death.
I don't know what Tutu Atwell looks like. Y'all know what he looks like?
No idea.
Let's go 2-2.
Anybody know if Wemby was activated? Because I just happened to see the Spurs are now 2.5-point favorites, so that moved a point. I was wondering if that.
Hawk, he was on the plane. He got on the plane. Solana made that perfectly clear yesterday.
Wemby was getting up shots at shoot-around earlier this morning at the Moda Center. He's still questionable, though, officially, but he was putting up shots.
The lines tonight, in case you're interested. Celtics 8.5-point favorites in Philly. Houston 8.5-point favorites hosting the Lakers. And the Spurs 2.5-point favorites now on the road in Portland.
Ooh. Solana, what should I do?
All right. If Wemby plays, I think Spurs -2.5. Like, dude, I would jump on that, man. Honestly, I would. Like, the Spurs 2.5. I know it's on the road, but they win that game 2, if Wemby's still available. Like, you know, like they're gonna win that game. So I would jump on that for sure. I told you I'm betting the Lakers money line tonight. I'm just taking a flyer. I don't know if they'll win. I'm not telling you they will, but I just like the idea of Rockets back at home and the Lakers go in there and they say, "Hey, watch this. We're going to steal game 3."
But
like
is Rivers out?
LeBron.
Is Austin Reeves and Luka still out?
Yeah. No, they're out. They're not playing.
That's
so
why it's so
LeBron's just going to
amazing.
take over.
Crowder, they've won the first 2 games. Like you make it seem like
they're
it's
up
crazy.
2-0 because of LeBron.
I believe in LeBron, but LeBron's 41. Can he do this all series?
Austin Reeves is questionable. I'm not expecting him to play, but he is questionable for tonight. Luka's out though, 100%. Luka is out. I was saying, I had told you guys yesterday, I'm betting the Lakers money line. Like, I just have this feeling that the Rockets hate each other. Ime Udoka and the entire vibe is just off there. And everybody's expecting, okay, Houston's going to hold home court. And it could happen. Like, they could win this series 4-2 without Luka. It's very possible. But I'm betting the Lakers money line tonight.
What's the
I'm in.
What's the KD point total?
Oh.
23.5. That's not a lot.
Because they're going to double team him. Marcus
Oh,
Smart's
my
going to put the
goodness
clamps on
Yeah.
him, baby.
Let me see what his assist total is.
23.
I wish you could bet on passes out of a double team.
All right, we got to take a break. The 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is coming up on this football Friday as we head into the rounds 2 and 3 of the draft. So 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is next.
If your garage door is outdated, damaged, and not hurricane ready, the hurricane season is coming, y'all. I'm telling you, you can't wait. You got to call Allied Doors. They've been serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. They are the best. And I know, listen, I live in a neighborhood, beautiful homes, I'll be honest, but you can see it. The garage doors are right there. You make a beautiful home, you get your yard done, and your garage door looks like garbage. You can't do it. You're fighting up a hill you shouldn't fight up. You got to call Allied Doors. They have a huge in-stock inventory, same-day service. You can give them a call today. They can be there today, tomorrow. They are amazing. Their customer service is amazing because I am a customer. My personal home, my investment properties, I always use Allied Doors. Same-day service and custom impact-rated doors built to protect and upgrade your home fast. It's easy. They're the best industry-leading LiftMaster openers. I know y'all have the noise and the garage door openers that take 45 minutes to get your garage door up. It takes all the time and wang, yang, yang. Don't do it. Use a LiftMaster. I'm telling you, this is 2026. They are built to perform. You got to check out the LiftMaster openers, and you got to call Allied Doors today. Give them a call. Like I said, they're on all the investment properties that my wife and me have. They are in our personal home. Call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550. Visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad. Man, I'm going to throw you $300 off when you mention this ad. allied-doors.com. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Yeah.
it is. Y'all know what time it is. Working all day. Yeah, that's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the moon go. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pinkle bar champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yeah, that boy did it. Played for the Fins, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. Loves avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper from the Shy, Kane alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up, and like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's right here.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. Hopefully Dolphins fans will be happy tonight after rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft. Do you know what tonight is at Funky Buddha, the tap room in Oakland Park? This is something new that they just started last week. I don't know if you recall.
Second day of the draft. Great beer.
That is indeed true. I can't argue that. But tonight is ladies' night at the tap room. So Friday nights at the tap room, ladies' night. First drink is on them from 9 p.m. till close. And then Sunday, they're having their first NASCAR official watch party for the Jack Link's 500 race at Talladega. And come ready to take a picture. Weather permitting, they will have the official championship pace car from Homestead Miami Speedway at the tap room for picks. They're going to have $4 pregame Pilsners. They're going to have the sound on for the race. And it's all going to be a fun Sunday at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park.
That sounds good.
Ourselves. That's what we need to teach Proctor and Johnson about. Funky
Proctor
Buddha, right?
Proctor
That's one of the first lessons when you get to South Florida.
I would love Proctor to know about Funky Buddha, but he doesn't need to meet Chef Jeff. Because he seems like he enjoys food too much.
He's got to eat though. You can't.
No, he needs salad. He need to give him salad.
They have salads on the menu, I believe.
Okay. If I meet him, I'll talk to him.
But I'd like to see Caden Proctor sit down with a plate of Yucatats.
Whip ricotta.
The bison sliders, bison burger.
Oh, my goodness, that's so good.
Well, and by the way, if you were listening at the beginning of the show, Caden Proctor's nickname is Crispy.
Crispy.
Because he likes Krispy Kreme. That was from the SEC network. They had posted some. It was a couple of years ago, but they were asking, I guess, Alabama players, like, who has the best nickname on the team? He's like, I do. They call me Crispy because he likes Krispy Kreme.
But you know when guys get real good edge ups, like the tape, the edge up, your forehead.
Yeah, I'm going for one this weekend.
I don't think you can get taped.
Huh.
Yeah, but they call it that crispy too. If your tape is real good, they say it's crispy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, his is for Krispy Kreme donuts.
I don't like it. Oh,
when I said I was going to get crispy this weekend, I meant Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting a fade.
Oh, it's fading, all right.
You were getting the tip fade.
Many things about me are fading. It's like Dolphins draft needs. Things on me that are fading.
So they don't need a right guard, but you need some items.
Let's get headlines here for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Who doesn't love Krispy Kreme? Like, I was surprised that was a negative today. First of all, dude's 6'7", 350 pounds. he's got to put what, like 4,000 calories in his body every day, Crowder, to maintain that weight and to play at that level. Who doesn't love Krispy Kreme?
I think people just don't want a weight problem.
Yeah, you don't need Krispy Kreme donuts to maintain that weight. You can have
it helps.
You can have great protein. You can have, the leafy greens. I'm a leafy green guy.
You're not getting enough calories with leafy greens to be on the offensive line.
Man, have you ever had my greens, my collard greens, mustard greens?
What are you serving in a Buick? But I think to Solana's question, everyone likes Krispy Kreme. I don't think people have a problem with him liking Krispy Kreme. I've never met a soul who doesn't like Krispy Kreme donuts.
I don't like donuts.
All right, well, that's just silly. I mean,
I don't eat donuts.
Not eating donuts and not liking donuts are two very separate things.
How can you say if you like something and I have the resources to buy them and I eat whatever I want, but I'll never go get a donut when I'm hungry?
But I like fudge. I'm not going to go out and get fudge for dinner. Like I'm not like I like
get
fudge
than donuts.
What? Rather have fudge.
But it's easier to get a donut than fudge.
I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme than a wedge of fudge.
Yeah, like when we go, because my little Chaz, the 5-year-old, loves donuts, strawberry with sprinkles, loves donuts. And I go get a dozen donuts. Asia loves the double chocolate. And I don't touch them. I don't enjoy donuts.
Lie.
Do you? Let me call my wife.
Cap.
I don't eat donuts.
Cap.
You see this body?
Yeah.
That body's built on donuts.
I haven't eaten a donut in years.
So let's just say you're on vacation with the family. You're at a beach house. Asia wakes up. She goes to Krispy Kreme or to Dunkin' Donuts. She buys 24 donuts for the fam because why not? Like, they'll just be there. You're telling me that you'll be at a beach house 3-4 days, walk by a box of donuts, and you won't just throw one down just randomly, just grab one, throw it down?
Asia knows that with 15 years we celebrated this week. She knows if she goes to Dunkin' Donuts, she has to get me everything bagel with cream cheese because I'm not going to eat a donut. I'll eat a bagel. I love everything bagels with cream cheese, but I won't eat a donut. Toasted. You got to toast the everything bagel.
I don't know if I could trust somebody that doesn't like donuts. Honestly.
I immediately trust Proctor more than Crowder, and I don't even know the guy.
That's just the sugar bread. I get why people like them. I get why my baby likes them, but I just don't like sugar bread.
Sugar bread. All right, what do you have in the headline? I can't even do this. I'm going to bang my head against the wall.
I don't like sugar bread.
Man, I know we talked about it, but the fact that Caden Proctor has a tattoo of 1972 on his knuckles is really selling me, man.
Super cool.
Really selling me.
Well, it's weird, but it's awesome.
Check out David Furones' tweet if you want to see a picture of Caden Proctor with the 1972 tat right on his knuckles for his stepfather's birth year. Obviously very close to his stepfather. But, man, that is some coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame.
You might just start believing in something if you're a Dolphins fan, right? Like you need something to believe in. You drafted a dude that coincidentally has 1972, the greatest year in Miami sports history, on his hand already.
Hope. That gives you hope. I'm telling you.
Do
I
we
got
all
goosebumps
agree?
Earlier.
If the Dolphins go undefeated this season, we will all get 2026 tattooed on our knuckles.
Boom.
Deal.
Sign me up.
Because I don't have any tats, but I'm willing to make that deal.
I'll get it tattooed on my forehead. If the Dolphins go undefeated, I will get it tattooed right across my forehead. 2026 Super Bowl champions, Miami Dolphins.
A lot of ink.
Y'all don't have any tattoos, though, if y'all don't know what it feels like.
I know. That's why I'm telling you, this might be so meant to be that I'm willing to do this. Jimmy, you down?
Not a fan of tattoos.
Not the question.
Jimmy,
No.
you know my entire body's covered in tattoos, right?
No,
I'm
I have
not a
no
fan of tattoos either, Jimmy. I don't have one. I'm
I have
56
no
years
pro-
old.
I have no problem people wearing tattoos. That's their choice. But it's just I'm not a fan of tattoos myself.
Right. So
On-
you're
on
down?
me. Sure.
All right, he's in. Man, why didn't I meet girls like Jimmy at the bar?
You would have got Jim Alita so easy.
Jimmy, you realize the hypothetical here was the Miami Dolphins going undefeated.
next season, this season.
I really thought about it.
Somebody puts on the chat, nerds, boiled peanuts, and the roach that you ate around, yet you draw the line at donuts.
Such a good point. Such a good point.
Donuts.
Asia, don't bring me a donut. Now, if you get that Cuban bread, you know, with the roach pressed into it, bring me an extra.
You know how diabolical you have to be as a human being to bite into a tostada, see a roach on it, and stay at the restaurant after and order dessert.
Hey, man, I saw the flan first. The flan was in the little refrigerator. It looked delicious.
Right, but nothing looks good after there's a roach pressed into the bread.
Listen. I can move past things. I don't dwell on upset.
Do you know how many roaches have to be in that kitchen for one to be walking past the press as they're pressing the bread? Like there's a lot of roaches at that restaurant.
I move forward. Next play. Next day.
I can't believe I'm crossing into this territory, but Hawk, your boy Danhausen, remember he went on First Take and he cursed Stephen A. Smith's Knicks.
Yeah.
Well, the Knicks have lost 2 games in a row in the NBA playoffs. Man, am I praying that this Danhausen Hawk, if the Knicks lose this series to the Hawks, I'm all in with you on Danhausen. Whatever.
Well, the funny thing is, we don't have time because I want to get the Gino Torretta. I'm out on Danhausen.
Oh, of course. Of course.
What'd he do?
Nothing. I got it already. It's not. I don't know why I found him to be so appealing for about 2 days leading up to WrestleMania. And yeah, Appel's pissed at me too because I'm just like he keeps sending me stuff and I'm like, hey, I think he's funny anymore. I'm out. I know. I'm out on Hausen.
I asked you at the time. What does he do?
Was totally into him. This is part of my personality. This has been a flaw of mine for my entire life, but I was totally in on him. And then I was like, nah, not that funny anymore. Will Ferrell.
Danhausen is Will Ferrell?
It's still like I got it already. I got the shtick. I got it. I'm Danhausen. I curse you. I curse you, or you are cursed.
All right. Well, so much for me trying to come around on Danhausen for Hawk, just for the bit. All right. Either way, yeah. Knicks lose this series. Please let the New York Knicks get bounced in the first round. Please.
That would be great.
All right, guys. Tonight in local sports, no Panthers, no Heat in the playoffs, but the Marlins are going to play the San Francisco Giants. It's a late game at the 10 o'clock start time tonight out on the West Coast. Pre-game show here on FM with Steven Strom begins at 9:30. Jack McMullen will be on the call. Listen to it on FM 104.3 WQAM. I'll remind you again, Inter Miami is going to play tomorrow versus New England, 7:30 at New Stadium. And you do have day 2 of the NFL draft today. Day 3 will be Saturday. Dolphins have 4 selections. As it currently stands, they could be moving up. Tom Pelissero referenced that earlier as we talked about. They're going to pick once as it stands right now in the second round, and then they have 3 selections in the third round. Your weather in South Florida, it is 80 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 70s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
Toretahausen is going to join us in the next segment. In fact, he has done some commercials at the Heismanhausen. I made myself laugh there. Everyone's invited to the Hard Rock Bet Partyhausen. I can do this. Now I'm back in on Danhausen. now I'm back in. This is the most creative wrestling character on the planet. Everyone's invited to the Hard Rock Bet Party. Doesn't matter who you are. Your name is on the list. Sign up today. Double your winnings on your first 10 bets. Max $50. That's right. You can double your winnings on your first 10 bets. Just download the Hard Rock Bet app. Make your first deposit. Get the party started. On Hard Rock Bet, the double your winnings welcome offer is just the start. You also get new promos every day of the week. Just open the app right now. See what you've got today. Got NBA playoffs in full swing tonight. Clutch shots, superstar performances, games that come down to the final possession. Every night you've got a shot to cash in on Hard Rock Bet, including tonight. It's the official sportsbook partner of the Miami Heat. So whatever you like tonight, maybe you want to turn it all into a same-game parlay, you can do so. The most electrifying playoffs in sports is here. And man, hockey playoffs have been so good. Every night is a shot to light the lamp on Hard Rock Bet. Puck lines, totals, player props. You can make same-game parlays. Do it all on the Hard Rock Bet app. And baseball tonight as well. Miami's on the West Coast. Baseball's back in full swing. If you don't want to sweat all 9 innings because the Miami game starts late, on Hard Rock Bet, you can bet a first inning run. Get your thrill fast. It's a quick payoff, big excitement, baseball accelerated, if you will. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You know who never just kind of mails it in?
Oh,
The Costco guys.